Welcome back. The Pentagon continues to ratchet up pressure on Venezuela, with Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announcing today a major show of military force in the region. In a post on social media, Secretary Hegseth saying he ordered the deployment of the USS Gerald Ford Carrier Strike Group to the Southern Command area of responsibility, which includes Venezuela. It comes after the U.S. military flew 2 B-1 bombers near the coast of Venezuela yesterday, according to a defense official. Meanwhile, the military strikes targeting alleged drug cartel boats in the Caribbean continue to escalate. Secretary Hegseth also announcing today yet another strike specifically targeted at a vessel he says was operated by the Venezuelan criminal group Tren de Aragua, or TDA, adding that all 6 individuals on the boat were killed. Joining me now is NBC News Senior National Security Correspondent Courtney Kube. Courtney, thanks so much for being here. As always, what do you make and what is your reporting telling you about these latest escalations?
Yeah, so, I mean, it seems like every single day lately there's been some new component to this, right? So the new one about the strike we learned about early this morning was that it was the first nighttime strike. It was against TDA, as you mentioned. But this week we've seen a real escalation in these strikes, not just the location, with 2 of them being in the Eastern Pacific, but also more frequent. I mean, we are seeing them on a near daily basis over the last week. And there's also increasing pushback from the region about it. The Colombian president has been very outspoken in opposition to these strikes, including saying that the United States has murdered Colombian citizens in some of these strikes. So we are seeing a real escalation. As you mentioned now, the carrier strike group going there. That is an enormous move by the U.S. military to send an entire carrier strike group that was deployed to the European command area in the Mediterranean down to this region.
It absolutely is. And it's notable, Court, that in this latest instance, you have the defense secretary saying we're targeting the gang Tren de Aragua. We hear the president, the administration talk quite a bit about this group. What do you make of that? Have they provided any evidence of that?
That is the most remarkable part about all of this, is there has not been evidence beyond these very heavily edited videos provided by the U.S. government and then any information they choose to put out. Members of Congress have been complaining about this. President Trump yesterday, when we were sitting here on set, actually said, look, we're going to go to the Hill. Secretary Hegseth is going to give them more information. Fine, we'll give them what they want since there's so much complaining going on. But what's that really going to look like? Defense officials who I've spoken with insist that they have intelligence proving that there are drugs on these boats. But that doesn't change the fact that this is the United States of America conducting U.S. military strikes on boats, on individuals who are not being provided due process. That's what's causing the concern here.
And the pushback that you're getting from Capitol Hill, you have lawmakers like Republican Senator Rand Paul saying these strikes are illegal, that the president has to come to Congress, not just for a briefing, which, as you and I sat here yesterday, as you just mentioned, the president said he would do, but for authorization.
Yes.
Courtney, is there any discussion that that's going to actually happen?
No, and remember, the president even said he doesn't even think that he's going to declare war here. He's just going to keep killing people. So, I mean, at some point, you would think there would be an inflection point. Yeah. The question is, what is that going to be? Is it going to take killing an American citizen on one of these boats? Is it going to take something like that that really kicks this into the next phase?
Well, and the president talked about potentially attacks on land as well. Have you heard anything about that? Have we seen any evidence that that's started to happen?
Not yet, but I mean, look, sending the carrier and these additional destroyers down there, it sure looks as if the U.S. is at least posturing for that possibility. The president has spoken about it. We know that we've had reporting for weeks now that they've been talking about that possibility and planning for it. I think the reality is, if they wanted to conduct strikes on land, everything is in place for the U.S. military to do so as soon as they want to.
All right, Courtney Kube, I know you continue to track this story every day. Thanks for being here again today.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.